Hey guys, what's up? For today's video, I wanted to talk about a subject that's an area of interest in my life aside from jujitsu. And as most of you know, my main day job is as a nurse practitioner, and I run a jujitsu school then as well. Uh, but I've also been a musician my whole life, mainly drums, played a little bit of bass guitar and a number of other instruments, but mainly a drummer. And I don't know that I'm a particularly good drummer, and I've taken lots of layoffs periods, where I was going to school or just focusing on other things. But throughout my life, I've maintained some level of musicianship. Um, and to step back for a second, there's an element of physical endeavors, so sports or um, just working out or that sort of thing, that does require a certain level of uh, physical effort or working through pain or discomfort or working hard, or this kind of David Goggins-esque approach to getting after it, right? And so there is it just an inherent to physical endeavors element of that sort of thing, granted. But with jujitsu, jujitsu is something more than that, right? It is an art. And it's not just me saying that. I mean, I enjoy it from an artistic perspective, but the name jujitsu translates to the gentle art. And so there is artistry in jujitsu, and there should be. It's not just a physical endeavor. Uh, and to go back to the music thing for a second here. So again, I've played drums for years over the course of my life, but not always consistently. My brother is without bragging too much, is a fantastic musician. He's amazing. He plays a myriad of different instruments really, really well. He teaches music, and he just has a deep well. He has a deep well of knowledge on the subject, and he's a very, very good teacher and instructor. We've worked on projects together over the years, and one that we worked on relatively recently, we were playing in this band together and working on recording. And I remember that session. It was becoming obvious during the session that after this long layoff, I had lost some of my chops. Right, I wasn't quite up to snuff or to speed, and I was compensating for that lack of technical ability by just muscling through a lot of the songs. And drumming is a very, very physical musical effort. Playing drums, particularly fast music, rock music. I grew up listening to punk rock, and I like playing fast, and that's a workout. That is a really physical thing. And it became apparent during this session that I was again compensating for my lack of technical proficiency at the time by just playing harder and stronger and trying to muscle through everything. And he said something to this effect: if you're muscling through playing instead of finding that groove or that beat to be in, it's going to become pretty obvious to the person who's listening to it and wants to enjoy your music, that that's what's happening, that there's a lack of technical proficiency. And then he gave an analogy of if I was going to a dance class and and I wasn't picking up the moves right away, it wouldn't make much sense to just try and power my way through or work really hard and use a lot of strength to do these dance moves or do them as fast and as quickly as possible in order to impress everybody around me that I really did know what I was doing. But in jiu-jitsu, especially early on, we tend to do that, right? We really try to compensate for that lack of technical ability, particularly during rolling, by just going as hard as we can, or they working harder, not smarter, using muscle. And we all kind of accept that there would be a social cost to doing that in the dance class. Um, but I think the analogy still holds for jujitsu. Jujitsu is an art, and just like watching um, two dancers at the apex of their ability out in the dance floor, or looking at a painting that a skilled painter has brought to life, or listening to music that people who have a high level of skill have created, watching a high level jiu-jitsu match or watching somebody who knows what they're doing, all those should be a thing of beauty. They should be aesthetically pleasing, or there should just be um, for the viewer, for somebody watching it, even the people participating in it, there should be this feeling that you're doing something that has some meaning beyond just the physical movements. Uh, and so if you can translate that concept to your own study of jujitsu, I think there is real value there. Sure, it is a physical, combative sport. It has some implications as far as things like learning self-defense, or how to defend yourself. There could even be life and death, serious implications as to what we're doing. It is good to get a workout in, and get a good sweat going, and all of those things also have value. But as far as learning it, try and maintain that mind frame that you're doing something that is literally an art, and try and approach it as such. It doesn't always need to be muscled, or you don't always need to use speed or athleticism. Really try to make it something that has some aesthetic value to it too. Hopefully that's helpful to you guys. If you like the video, please leave a like or a fist bump below. Leave me a comment or a question for a future video, and I will see you guys next time.